start. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. City talk. With my man, Ron Carter. And my man, roll. City talk. Let's get it started. City talk. Let's get it started. With my man, Ron, my man,
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of City Talk. I'm the host, Gerard Carter. This is the other host,
Big Vol.
And if you haven't, download that CoyoteMan TV show network on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, and you can find it where you find your mobile apps. So, per last week's show, boy, you said you did some investigating. You found out who the character was that was shunning those kids at Sesame Place.
Sesame Place. We found. I'm pretty sure y'all probably know where it is by now. But it was Rosita. Yeah, Rosita is a Mexican, speak American English and Spanish. Okay. So that's what it was. I thought we tried to blame Big Bird. You said it was Dora. Dora ain't even I mean, a real talk. It would have been better off if we had been Oscar the Grouch. That would have been. Yeah. It would have been understanding. It would have been a little bit more understanding. More plausible. And also too, last week. My man thought that he thought I was talking about my sister, a Chippendale dancer. No, it was the Chippendale Chickmunks in Florida, in Disney World.
You know what, Vol?
And my sister had an episode with the Chippendale.
You know what, Vol?
With the Chippendale, you know
right,
what I'm saying?
I was thinking the same thing.
Okay, no, I just wanted to clear that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, so... Yeah, so it wasn't the Chippendale dance, it was the Chippendale.
The Chipmunks.
The Chickmunks from Disney World. No, that's not them, yo. That's the damn Chickmunks, man, yeah.
I thought that was the Chipmunks.
No, yo, that's damn. Alvin and the Chickmunks. That's Alvin and the Chickmunks, yo.
Oh, Chippendales. Okay, that was like the spinoff of the Chipmunks.
No, that was Disney joint. Anyway, man, let's get into the show, man. Anyway, man, yo, welcome to City Talk, yo. Anyway, yo, so what's good, brother?
Hey,
G?
we have a new. We're gonna have a new state's attorney.
Well, no, they still gotta vote.
Well, he has to go against Roya Hanna,
right.
Prime, but he's gonna eat her up.
Okay.
But even regardless of what, we're gonna have somebody new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, the people spoke. And Marilyn Mosby actually was. She called and she congratulated him. She was nice about it, and she went out gracefully.
Okay.
I expected her to kind of be a little bit more vocal.
Man, the truth be told, they all friends.
Yeah.
Everybody friends. Yeah. They shake hands. You ever watch The Wizard of Oz?
Mm-hmm.
And don't you remember, when Toto ran back behind the curtain?
Right.
Yo, that's what's going on behind the curtain. Yo, you go back behind the curtain, everybody shaking hands and everything. So
because it's crazy, this election was the exact same election as last time.
Yeah, it was the same people, except minus Roya Hanna.
Right. Well, she's an independent.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't vote for her in the Democratic primary anyway.
Okay.
But last time she slaughtered both of them.
Oh yeah, she did.
I remember that. She still got 25% of the vote. So
okay.
A lot of people still supported her, but. Baltimore spoke, and it's going to be somebody new for state's attorney.
Right.
And we also see that Wes Moore secured the Democratic nomination for governor. He's going to run against Dan Cox,
okay,
Republican. I want to ask you, if it would help the economy, would you be willing to vote for a Republican?
I'm not opposed at the end of the day. I don't believe what nobody really said at this point. Mm-hmm. I mean, I just kind of, at the end of the day, I just exercise my right because that's something to do. But, you know what I mean? I think everybody, they're going to say whatever it takes. They're going to take whatever it is to get them draws. So, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, I mean, that's how I feel about it. It's like, yo, these cats, I mean, you know what I'm saying? A politician, I think you just really got to know how to, you got to learn how to bullshit people real good.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, though, because you got some preachers out there, too. They ain't no better than politicians, though.
Oh, man. Do you hear that Herschel Walker is getting ready to debate the person that he's running against? And this guy, I forgot his name. Ooh, I'm kicking myself. But he's like a real prominent preacher.
Okay.
And he's a politician. And Herschel Walker is going to debate this man. This is that's going to be.
I mean, I don't know. I got to do my homework on that, but I will pull that up. I will pull up. So Herschel Walker, is he still running?
He's
a
Republican candidate for.
I know he's in Georgia.
Right. So,
right.
But it's going to be very interesting.
Okay, I mean, I'm willing to check that out.
But Lord, remember you was telling me the thing about the lady that got knocked off for falsifying the.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't really do a lot of homework on that, but I think that was in Texas. I think it was in Houston, and the chick was doing some fraudulent. I didn't get her name.
She was repairing your credit.
Right.
And what she would do was she would file a police report that basically get you from owing this debt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she kept on using the same precinct and some of the same police report numbers. So finally, one of the companies called in and was like, "Is this right?" And you know that good old boy.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the chick, I mean, the sister was she was like 23, 24 years old.
Yeah.
And she was cleaning people credits, like you said. I didn't get her name, but like, yo, she had grossed over something like $2 million, something like that.
Well, they said they're going to go into her bank records to find out exactly how much that she got, but she just ran it in whole.
Yeah, she did. But what she did was, like you said, she went and got the police reports to saying that, like she was like fixing people credit, saying that they, you know what I'm saying, that they falsified, somebody stole credit cards and things of that nature. And she was running the different numbers. And now what happened is the guy, because the sheriff even from the town said, yo, they called, and my name was on the report.
That's what made him mad.
And that's what made it, and that's how I got hot. So the Alphabet Boys got involved, FBI. Michigan,
she was in the cat suit.
Yeah. Yo, but the thing is, when she came out, they brought her out in the cat suit. Girlfriend had the the whole Gucci joint on, and they took her to the back, and then on her court day, when they brought her in the orange joint, she had the orange Gucci joints on, like
matching the jumpsuit.
Yo, she didn't even hide it. Like, yeah, I got money, I got bread. This is what I'm doing.
You better not let me out.
Yeah, you better not let me out. And she probably got money stashed somewhere.
Oh,
so
you know that.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
One of her boyfriends or baby fathers or something.
Man, she looked like she looked like a man eater. But hey. Yeah. Like Cyndi Lauper said, hey, girls just want to have fun.
What in the world?
Speaking of which, go ahead.
I was going to say, kind of on the same tip, 4 people from Baltimore City and County been knocked off. They've been indicted for stealing about $3 million falsifying unemployment claims. They was rocking it kind of the same way. They was stealing people's information and running the claim through, getting the money for themselves. They said all of them bought luxury vehicles, and you know what I'm saying. And yeah, they say they facing 20 years apiece.
Wow. Convicted. So yeah. Also, I found out the story that was down in Jacksonville. Shout out Duval. What up? You know what I'm saying. It was they giving out tickets now. So if you play loud music now in Jacksonville, Florida, they handing out music tickets now. So if they feel as though if you're 25 feet away, they writing tickets now.
Well, that's they did that back in the day here. You know what I mean?
I don't remember that.
It was a decibel thing. Yeah, it was over a certain amount of decibels. They called it a public nuisance. And I mean, remember back in the day when people started getting systems?
Okay.
You know what I mean? You riding around, especially in the county, bumping it. Yeah, they give you a ticket for that.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, I guess you can't. I guess you can't play certain music.
Maybe that's in retaliation for what's going on down in Kenley, North Carolina.
Get into it. Talk about it. Take your time,
Justine
brother.
Justine Jones has just been elected as the town manager. And Kenley, North Carolina is one of them small towns, you know, just Bo and Luke and Boss Hogg and them live there.
Mm.
But this lady is an African American. She just
came there like 3 months ago.
Right. The whole police department quit today.
The whole police, everybody. Then they got 3 police running around in the town now because I guess a sister came through.
She's overly progressive. I don't know. Maybe it's like I'm not taking orders from.
Yeah, they stepped down. So in this town right now, they only got 3 police officers running around. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Go look it up. You know what I mean? So that's a real story. And my nephew, he texted me that on Sunday about that, and I was looking like, yo, the whole police department. So it's just like, it's kind of like, what, I don't want to take orders? That's what it sounds like to me. I don't want to take orders from my sister, so everybody in the town like, oh, we gonna step down. And you know what I'm saying? Even the people like, well, this don't sound safe. You know what I'm saying? 3 police, you know, hey.
Right.
Well,
don't think it's safe. Y'all got that nerve.
yeah. That's crazy.
Hey, speaking of another thing, it's going on in Baltimore. I'm sorry, the name of the organization escapes me right now. It's the Baltimore, it's not the food bank, but it's the food something. And they employ the young kids. The kids that's doing squeegee and stuff like that. They go get them all. And that's Brandon Scott's program. So I'm listening to the lady today, and she was saying how they brought these kids into the workforce, but unfortunately, you know, Baltimore City has this problem. Some of those children have been working for up to 5 weeks and haven't been paid yet. And the lady was saying, some of them say, hey, I might as well go back to squeegee because at least I get money every day. And she said some of them are part of gangs. And when they leave the gang and start working, she said, you don't know what it is to have to go back and join the gang.
Yeah, but I mean, like, yo, when somebody, if you work, I mean, a hard day's of work is a hard day's of pay. I mean, if I ain't get paid in 5 weeks, I want my bread.
And she said.
So let me ask this, though. Mm-hmm. So did they have to fill out, like, you know, did they have to fill out an application or these things? Because this is on record. This can be a case.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's to the point where some of these people have been, they've taken them, given them jobs, found them housing. You know, some of them made deals with their baby mother where it's like, hey, I got child support now. Right. Don't play with me. Let me see my child. And now I can't get my check.
But I'm just saying, 5 weeks in a hole, that's a long time. That's over a month.
And, you know, they say they contact the city, and the city like, oh, you know, slow.
Was this a legit business, though? That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, it's a program funded by the city.
Yeah, nonprofit. Right. Oh, it's a nonprofit. Okay. So the money could be anywhere. So
I mean, they said sometimes the check come and whoever signed the check, the bank said it wasn't legible enough and return the check.
Okay. Well, speaking of getting robbed, there was a church up in Brooklyn. No, that's not yo, for real. That's not it. Yo, that's not even funny though. Yo, it was a church, a bishop up in Brooklyn. Yo, I forgot. I didn't get the brother name, but during church service, brothers came in there during the first service and robbed the bank. Robbed the church. They came in there and guess what the brother said? How much they took worth of jewelry in the church?
Oh, yeah. So it was all for people. They robbed the people in the church.
Yeah, but he said it's over $1 million worth of jewelry they got taken.
Now I believe that. At first I was thinking,
and he was a brother. Saying, he was dripped out of self.
Right, I was thinking you were saying the church had the jewelry in the church, and I was like, why would they have $1 million worth of jewelry?
Yeah, nah.
You said they robbed the patrons in the church.
They came up there.
Good God.
So they took his. Oh damn! I forgot I didn't get the brother name. I didn't get his name. I forgot his name.
Yo, where are we at?
I think it's Whitehead. That's his name, Bishop Whitehead, and I was in Brooklyn.
Where are we at? You would never think I'm gonna get robbed in church. I mean, the whole church get robbed. I mean, like you said,
it's on video. It's on video.
That had to be an inside job.
Hey, look, dog. I'm just going off of what I read online, and I saw the video out there too. So you know what I'm saying. You know, so Pastor
what state was this?
This was in New York. It was in Brooklyn.
Oh, it couldn't. They couldn't have did that at Reverend Reed Church. You know, he got Reverend Reed. People got trained by the nation.
I mean, you're right.
Yeah.
All day. I don't think no church in Baltimore, man, please. It would have been we going to war.
Some of them old deacons might not have been able to.
Yeah. Pull it. Just watch the tape.
He might have swung the plate.
Watch the tape, you know what I mean? It is on video, so check that out. Brother Whitehead, and also he was a pastor that also, remember the dude, the brother that shot up the people on the train in New York? Uh-huh. He said he was going there to talk him down, but the police got to him before he did. Oh, wow. So yeah, so that's a wild story. And also too, in LA. In LA there was a beach out there, and it was called Bruce Beach.
Right.
And it was owned by, a black family. And this was like in the 50s. And this brother, he invested in this beach or whatever. It's actually Manhattan Beach, but it was called Bruce Beach. And it was all owned by African Americans, by that family. Mm-hmm. So what happened is, the Klan chased them out. The police said that they was in violation of this or violation of that. So guess what they hit them with? They hit them with an eminent domain. Mm-hmm. Hit them with the eminent domain. So they took the beach or whatever, but then they turned around and started building houses and things of that nature on the beach. So once they did that, so the family like, yo, this was our family, we don't know where we would be at now.
Right.
Governor of California said, you know what? Give it back to him.
Wow.
Gave it back to him last week. So the Bruce family got that. They got the property back. So they got a beachfront property, and it's called Manhattan Beach, but it was Bruce
So
Beach.
people weren't living there?
Yeah, they was living there.
So
they did the eminent domain to get them out of there.
No, I'm talking about now they're giving it back.
Right. People live there. So yeah.
What they going to pay rent or?
Oh yeah, the city of California, the city of LA or whatever, they gonna pay them property rent on the land.
Hey, shout out to LA County.
Yeah, to the Bruce family. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. And also too, it was a brother, a teenage brother, 16-year-old brother, and then his name is Corion Evans, 16 years old. Car crashed to the water. Three girls in the car, and this brother, instead of him pulling, it was dark at night, so it was a sinking car. This brother jumped. He took his clothes, shirt off, his phone, and everything, jumped in there and saved three. And a police officer tried to jump in to help. When he jumped in, the girl jumped on his back, and he had his equipment on, so he was drowning too. So he swam back and forth 3 times in a sinking car, and he went back and put the girl on the car, say wait here, and he brought the police officer and saved him too. So shout out to Corion Evans down there in Mississippi.
Corion, the whole superhero.
And my cricket letter, you know what I'm saying? That young brother went out there, you know what I'm saying? We talk about what the youth ain't doing, but everybody ain't, yo.
Just pulling their phones out.
Yeah, everybody just pulling their phones out, brother jumped into action. Now, I ain't gonna lie, you got to be in damn good shape to go swimming in the dark, and I.
Right, I mean, let alone 2 women, but a grown man with his equipment on.
Yeah, but yeah.
Probably with a vest on too.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
soaking wet.
Right.
Soaking wet. So.
Hey, did you hear about the lady that owned daycare and only smells? Catty Castle.
I did hear a little bit about that, like something. It was something in DC though. It was a touch and go on that.
Her and her husband was in DC, and allegedly she had been notified by some of the parents that he was touching on the little kids.
Right.
And she said he rushed her and she shot him twice. She didn't kill him.
Yeah, but then I think it also did, because the story that I got, it was like a suicide or something like that, and then they touched on the daycare or something like that right quick, but it was like they had to talk off the ledge too, or something like that. I think the police came up there and they talked off the ledge.
I think that was the lady in the airport.
No, this was I think all this happened in D.C., didn't it?
Well, it was a lady that was in the airport, and she got the licking off in the airport talking about her boyfriend was cheating on her. And they shot her.
What was this at?
I think this was in Texas or something like that.
I ain't hear nothing about that.
Yeah, but this lady, she said she approached her husband like, hey, they said you touching these kids, and however that, discussion went, he tried to, advance towards her, and she bucked him, but they locking her up now. But I'm sure once the investigation goes.
Yeah, but I mean, when you start attempted murder is attempted murder, no matter how you dress that up. I mean,
if you try to rush it, like that's a man going against a woman. You know what I mean? So that's muscle mass to bone density. That's what they. So his arms are a deadly weapon.
Okay, look, take it to court. I'm not a judge.
I mean, hey, if he touched them little kids, he should have got burnt.
Now, see, on that tip, I just kind of feel like we should go back to the Romans on that tip. I think anybody out here, raping and all that, I don't even respect brothers that put their hands on women. So,
Hey, right. So, what you bringing? Okay. I mean, because, we want to get into that, that segment that, so last week.
You'll bring it up.
I mean, let's pay these bills.
Okay.
Come back so we can really get into it.
That'll work.
City Talk, we're going to pay these bills. We'll be right back.
City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. City Talk. With my man, Rod. And my man, roll. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started.
We must secure our families. KFG Life Insurance Specialist is a company that partnered with 15 of the top life insurance companies to ensure you get the best pricing, knowledge, and products to suit your family needs. Some people believe that term insurance is better than whole life insurance, while others feel the complete opposite. Some may feel like universal life is the way to go, and others may feel it's better to have a whole life policy. The truth is, neither of the products are better. One just may be more suitable for your family. Our life insurance specialists are not biased, as they are partnered with several life insurance companies. This ensures our clients get the best pricing, education, and products that are suitable for their families. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist make these decisions easier for you and your family. Our office is located at Security Square Mall, next to Burlington, in the CoyoteMan Show Network. Please call to make an appointment at 443-400-5224 or go to www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. That's www.lifeinsurancespecialist.org. Let KFG Life Insurance Specialist help you prepare your family in the present, because the future is not promised. Act now.
City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. City Talk. With my man, Ron Carter. And my man, roll. City Talk. Let's get it started. City Talk. Let's get it started. With my man,
City Talk, we are back. Paid those bills. About to get back into it. And if you haven't downloaded the CoyoteMan TV show network, you can download it on Amazon Fire, Roku, and you can find it where you find your mobile apps. So last week, you and Coyote got into y'all top 5, and we also was talking about the dopest female MC. And like I said, I'm going to stand with Queen Latifah. I went home and I listened to Wrath of My Madness, and I'm gonna stand with her.
So you say that's the queen of hip hop, right?
I say that's the queen.
You go with Latifah. Okay. I'm gonna say in my world I'm gonna go with Light. I'm gonna say MC Light was definitely, she's definitely the queen of hip hop to me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other sisters out there that that they could rap, because it was a lot of sisters out there at that time that could rap.
Yeah.
Moni Love was dope too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had a lot of dope sisters out there. Yo-Yo was dope.
Yeah,
So like I'm talking about for as the early, at that time.
Right.
So but far as balls went, Coyote, you saying
MC Light.
MC Light, all right. My man, you said
Lady of Rage.
Lady of Rage.
Okay.
You changed that, because I thought it was
Rough
Roxanne Shante. Lady of Rage, okay. Lady of Rage, I can go with that. You know what I'm
Rocks
saying?
rough and stuff with the afro.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah. There was a lot of other sisters, because I'm a big fan of Rod Digger. I'm a big fan of Rod Digger, and I'm a big fan of, because there's some sisters out there can't spit. And I also, I do like Megan. Megan got balls. I done heard her freestyle, and she do got balls.
You talking about in our time now?
Yeah, right now, and I'm talking. Oh, okay. Well, in our time, the early part of hip hop, these sisters can rap. You know what I mean?
You're saying Megan.
Megan Thee Stallion. I'm talking about now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I feel like she definitely got balls. You know what I'm saying? Even though nobody can't tell me that they wasn't inspired by Lil' Kim though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lil' Kim don't get that though.
They definitely.
Yeah, but Lil' Kim don't get her flowers like she should though. You know what I'm saying?
Cardi gave it to her.
See, Lil' Kim never wrote. So, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm talking about the whole style of what they was doing. You know what I mean?
It's like she kind of got exposed as not being that though.
Well, I think if that's the case, then a lot of people ain't right now. You know what I'm saying?
But I'll tell you who can spit.
Who?
Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Like that she got a diss song, and oh my goodness, I'm like, this girl is just going nuts.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? But all right,
I do like Remy Ma too. For the record, I like Remy Ma.
I like Remy Ma. Yeah, I mean, when she came home, it just.
I don't know. Like, cause even with the All the Way Up, I mean, like, no disrespect to Joey, but I felt like every time I hear Remy rap, I don't want to hear Joe no more. I want to hear Remy by herself.
I get that, but it's like when they did the verses with Ja Rule, Remy just straight played herself to me. You know what I mean?
With the you talking with the outfit and all that.
And like,
okay.
then, you know what I mean? Like Papoose, like
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Cardi?
I think Cardi B can rap. She can halfway rap. You know what I mean? She got a little flow. She not like the greatest, but you know, some of the stuff, because I'm not really into the new school people, but sometimes I hear some of the songs and I'm like, okay, that was a decent verse.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not turned like that. Whatever that song is, the first song that, what was it, Bodak Black or something like that? I liked that song. I was like, who is? I thought she was a guy at first. Until I saw the video and I was like, oh, that's a girl.
Did you hear her album?
No.
Now, I listened to her album out of, I can't say an MC because we're in a different time, but
Right. Okay.
as far as somebody knowing how to make a song, she does, you know,
okay.
and she's the full package for real. I mean, I wouldn't consider, you know, I mean, we just talk about two different elements. To even try to compare those two elements is kind of...
we're not comparing them to
Yeah,
old school.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the ladies their flowers because we was talking about that. Because remember last week we started with the Mary J. And we call her they call her the queen of hip hop, and I just kind of was like, all right, well that's R&B, but you know what I'm saying. And
video wise, Cardi be going out her way. You know, her change might say so too, but it's like the type of sets she be having and all that stuff that be kind of off the chain.
All right, so did you think about that? What was that? The 80s joint? Like, who was the top 5 for your 80s?
Well, that's what. Yeah, I was about to get into that.
Okay.
Well, it's not all 80s.
Okay.
But mine was, you know, bear with me. Mine would be a little different. Number 1, I got the God MC Rakim.
Okay.
2, Tretch. 3, Biggie. 4, Big Daddy Kane. 5, Black Thought.
Black Thought.
Black Thought he's a heavy hitter.
I mean, like as far as lyricists, like I don't know if a lot of people.
You said of all time. This is what you're saying. Y'all just all time.
I don't know if a lot of people actually listen to, especially like I said, Tretch.
Okay. Tretch
is a rapping boy. I'm telling you, you listen to that first album. Now, see, Tretch got away with making a lot of money with the bubblegum songs. OPP, Hip Hop Parade.
Everybody did.
I mean, but Tretch came.
I liked OPP. I like Hip Hop Parade.
Yeah, but I mean, that's one like when if you listen,
but you talking about if
you listen to that first Naughty by Nature album, right. OPP is that's a bubblegum song.
Okay.
Like he's spitting on that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't really have to do too much after a while because he was getting them royalties.
But OPP was a single, right?
Yeah.
So all of them kind of like figured out the game. You put out the bubblegum for the single. Buster, they figured out the game. You know what I'm saying? Because when you hear Buster album, it was like, good gracious. But his singles was always catered to the clubs and stuff like that.
Yeah. And but so your 80s joint, you got an 80s joint?
Well, first of all, I always got to say Busta Rhymes, right?
But Buster wasn't in the 80s. He was in the late 80s.
I just feel like Buster was all over. But maybe I'm wrong. You know, so Busters wasn't during that time because I know Buster was.
Hold on. No, Leaders of the New School was late 80s.
Okay.
Leaders of the New School was late 80s.
Okay.
Probably 88, 89. Yeah, and then Buster was, you got to figure, he was rapping, so.
Then you pretty much said the roots, but like Black Thought, right?
Yeah, but you know.
He said of all time. He said of all time.
All
That's
time.
his all time.
Man, we go
Okay. If we just going all times, right? And we talking about, when we say best rapper, right? Are we saying like the best lyricist, or are we just saying this is the?
Well, last week I thought that y'all
this is what they really this is what really affected us during that time.
Yeah, like you're the one that when you sat back and you wrote down, you know, you paused the button.
Okay.
Right,
So
you know
I had to take it back because y'all made me think.
Okay.
Rakim.
Okay.
You know. We see sometimes we can't take back we can't just say that because sometimes we can forget. You know, this is the 80s.
Right.
So we talking about Rakim because there was a lot of people that didn't just keep going. Right. So we got Rakim, definitely anything that got to do with the Roots, but I don't even think the Roots was pushing like that. But that,
no, they weren't in the 80s.
Yeah,
they was.
Tribe Called Quest was I plugging into that?
I mean, the message.
That's my sister's joint.
That wasn't that dope of a song to me, but I was trying to figure out how in the world he was like in a time machine.
Oh, you talking about the message? Don't push me because I'm close to that. Oh no, that's what you call a classic. That He found his niche. That was a serious.
Right,
that was gonna go to the end of time.
That was more of a group, though. That was more of a group. That was.
We don't think there's only one person singing that song.
That's like a jungle sometimes. That makes me.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like if you listen to that song from back when it came out, and you turn it on right now, it give you the same exact feeling.
Yo, if you ride down the street and play that song, yo, it's going on right now.
It's timeless. Yeah. It's like some songs. It's I'm telling you, it's some y'all know this. It's songs on an old album. Y'all tell me this. What song on an old album that just gives you, it will give you the same feeling no matter when you hear it? I give you one, you probably don't even know this song. It's either by De La Soul or by, I think it's by De La Soul. It said, if money makes a man strange, we got to rearrange on what makes the world go. Y'all real hip hop. Y'all real hip hop. What I'm talking about.
Go on, break it down.
Yo, I've been trying to find that forever. What is that on?
I think that might have been on. No, that actually probably was on their third album. You know, you can still pull up because they just got their royalties back for De La Soul is Dead. That's why you couldn't just get that on iTunes.
Yeah, I was looking on iTunes. I was looking for that.
They're not on iTunes for whatever reason, but they're the only group that never broke up too. De La Soul is a group that never broke up. You know what I'm saying? So okay, so I'm gonna move this on so far as like I would say the groups of the 80s. Who did you like? The group for a group went.
Shoot.
I'm gonna say Public Enemy was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
NWA. Who you say?
Oh, what? Public Enemy? That's off the chain, man.
Yeah, Public. I'm gonna say Public Enemy. EPMD. Run DMC. I love.
I mean, I'll give it to Run DMC because I mean, just what DMC said. I seen an interview when he was talking, and he said we weren't the greatest rappers. He said, but we did when they said in My Adidas. We took the beat from the street and put it on TV. He said that's what we did for hip hop.
Run DMC made me want to rap.
Really? Okay. So
because when they came out with "It's Like That," and that's the way it is. You see, we got to think about it. Our brain started advancing. Our brain started advancing in lyrics, right? But they came out as hard as you could come out at that time. Yeah. You know, at that time.
All right, but what about Stetsasonic? Did you like them?
Man.
Did you like Stetsasonic?
You really messing with us.
Oh, no, I'm just...
Stetsasonic really was my flavor. They was a little older.
Prince Paul, you know, that's where he started.
Yeah. Sally got a one-track mind. It doesn't matter if it's yours.
So when, let me ask this question, right? When did you really feel like, what song or what MC made you feel like hip hop was here to stay? When you heard it, you say this ain't going nowhere. What made you fall in love? Like you say, this ain't going nowhere.
Run DMC.
Run DMC. What's any particular song?
At Run DMC, I'm the king of rock.
Okay,
there's nothing higher.
That was it. That was it.
Because
for you?
I was already mentally into that, right? So when they said that, I was like, this ain't going nowhere.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
This ain't going nowhere. It just went through me too much.
For you, what was it, G?
All right, well, I want, well, all right.
I'm talking about what song, like what album, like what when did you fall in love with hip hop? That moment when you knew it wasn't going nowhere.
I can't say it's a particular moment because
I'm gonna say it was for me. It was when I heard the show. When I heard the show for the first time, I said this ain't going nowhere.
The Pee Wee Herman and the Fela dance.
That was it. That was it for you. That's when you knew it wasn't going nowhere.
The Pee Wee Herman.
The Pee Wee. When I heard that beat, I was like, "That's Pee Wee Herman."
So you said that.
I'm a little kid, and I hear do.
Yeah, that was
like,
it.
What? How did they?
That is it. We started doing that. Listen, I left first when he first said it. I was like, seriously, Pee Wee Herman. But as soon as you started saying the I started feeling myself do this dumb dance.
I mean that.
Okay. So that's
so
what you
Steady
knew.
B came back with do the Fela. And it was just like, I didn't know Steady B was that old.
But so that made you, that was when you fell in love, when you said this ain't going nowhere.
Well, that's when I said I want to listen to this more because, like, my homeboy, he was older, so he could, you know, record and play. He could stay up later. So we come down his house and he got all the music.
Man, you would have been better off saying the harder. You know
when did you feel that hip hop had changed?
Oh man,
like from the conscious to
after kind of like the Locks DMX run, you know, after kind of Rough Riders kind of, you know, spilled over.
No. I'm gonna show you the devil and tell the truth. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think my brother said this all the time. He was like, "Yo, Diddy," and he was like, "That was like kind of like that when the conscience of it just went out the window. It was like
Nah, because like
you don't think?
Nah, because it was artists that wasn't doing the Puffy thing.
No, I'm talking about like phones. No, I'm talking about
that's why the locks left.
You talking about like phones? Like you talking about phones? Like when it just changed the way it was just.
No, I don't think because Biggie only had a 2-year run. If anything, I would say Jay-Z had more to do with that.
You talking about phones like when hip hop just changed and it just you talking about for in a different direction. You talking about hip hop
in a different direction. We could say what artists because neither one of these artists had the power to have anything to do with it. Another power actually said that we're gonna change what these cats are talking about. We're gonna put money behind certain cats, and that's already been proven.
When the South put their hands on it.
Don't do that.
We just want to find out
don't do that.
What song made you feel like it? Well, regardless of whether it started or not, what song made you feel like it changed?
Oh man, I want to say NWA a little bit.
That was NWA for me. NWA for me.
Yeah, I want to say NWA a little bit, and I love NWA. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like that's when I felt like people started saying the conscience wasn't there no more. And the thing is, you could tell that it wasn't there no more because when Cube left. NWA went far left.
Yeah, but see, Cube left and went conscious. More so.
Yeah, he did. He did.
And he figured out the game, and I'll make a couple songs. It's catchy, and chickadee check yourself if you're record.
Yeah, but Give Me the Loot was kind of wild though. You know what I mean? That was like kind of like I felt like that's when the streets kind of came into the.
I mean, Biggie had a way of, you saying street stuff in a real clever format.
Yeah.
But, I look at it like it's so many different artists. Like if that's what you was listening to, you wanted to listen to that.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I loved all that, though. I did. You know what I'm saying? Since we on that, then what about the 90s rappers then?
Hold on. This is what I wanted. Top 5 diss songs.
Ooh. Number 1? You talking from one in order or?
I mean, your top 5.
Oh, my top 5 disses of all times?
Mm-hmm.
I got to say Tupac hit him up. Tupac hit him up. I'm going to say Tupac hit him up. I'm going to say Ether with Nas. Cube, No Vaseline. That was. I'm trying to think. It was one more. You say top 5. What was the other diss? Oh, man. Yo, you got to come back. What's
my top 5 is Hit 'Em Up, No Vaseline, Jack the Ripper, The Bitch in You by Common.
Yeah. That was
and the Takeover.
Okay. All right. I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, because Common, I say that'll probably
Ice
one
Cube
number
ain't
4.
say nothing.
He couldn't say nothing.
I mean, he could have, but he didn't say nothing.
No, he couldn't say nothing. I mean, everything you said, you
that was
that
was the MC. I don't have as many as y'all have, and I wouldn't say
the greatest diss of all time.
I'll say the greatest diss of all time. I can't say the greatest diss that I liked of all time. Okay. But I frame it like that because that lane put us in a dangerous lane.
Yeah,
but I said what y'all said about Common Sense, right? He was still a battle rapper, so it wouldn't be good to try to go back and forth with a battle rapper. That's one.
Right.
Secondly, Hit 'Em Up, Who Shot You? Even though technically it wasn't a diss, and that's what I was going to say.
It was a sneak.
But it
wasn't really a diss. It was already out. But the reason why I said Who Shot You because that's how it was framed. By it was framed as like it was a diss to that. You wouldn't know no better because Biggie is just that nice. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody questions
subliminal.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody questions Biggie's skills, but you got to understand when you start beefing with your brother like that, when y'all are beefing like that, y'all going to be saying things anyway that's going to correspond in that light. And whoever turn it up, it's like what Puffy said when he Hit 'Em Up. He was like, man, somebody going to get killed.
Yeah, when I heard it for the first time, I said that to him.
Yeah, I mean, you knew that. Matter of fact, it was so bad that Farrakhan's son visited them and said, listen, something y'all don't know about. Something y'all are being set up. Like pretty much told them this is bigger than y'all. And then when you really research it further, Tupac and Biggie found out that was so they stopped beefing and they was trying to create some distribution while people still think they was beefing, right? They was keeping it on the low. At the very end, they wasn't even beefing no more. That they was keeping it a secret to build distribution. And once everybody knew that they was trying to get their own power, boom.
Yeah.
Well, it was alleged that Suge Knight's wife was the one that put the hit out on Tupac.
Hey man, you know what? We can go on and on.
We gonna get the stain. We gonna get the fingerprints of the stain. But I'm gonna tell you, if it was Suge Knight wife, they would have locked her tail up.
I mean, she said it out her mouth. She said my kids had to go.
That sound good.
She said my kids had to deal. Hold up. She said my kids had to deal with going to school and people saying their father killed Tupac. Now they saying their mother killed Tupac because her boyfriend, the dude Orlando, whatever. I mean, like it.
You know, the people go talk. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm gonna say this, and OG said this around the way. Sometimes people just talk because they got lips.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
And this something you'll know for sure.
Do you think she was doing that?
Nah, man.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. She wasn't putting herself out there.
Brother, we getting off the topic of the hip hop, yo.
Yeah,
we talking about
murder don't have no limitation.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, at the end of the day, like you said, the best MCs of the 90s, I would say Nas, Jay-Z, Snoop, Ice Cube, Big L, and you know what? A lot of people say Tupac. I wasn't a real big Tupac. Yeah,
not MC, but influencer.
Not
in
in the
time.
90s. Not in the 90s.
No, in the 80s, in the late, the Tupacalypse was more of an influence song to me than the rest of it.
I think Bishop.
Tupacalypse. Yeah, when he played Bishop,
it was Bishop. It wasn't an album though. Like what he had.
Yo, stop calling him Bishop. Yo.
You talking about when he
Tupacalypse.
But that wasn't the
played
first
Juice.
No, he played.
Juice what made us.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Juice did make him.
Juice made him not be forgotten.
Okay, above the you said above the rim. Okay, I can go.
Soundtrack, man.
Oh, the soundtrack. Yeah, that was a dope soundtrack.
Take Me Alive.
But,
That's Biggie's song.
No, it wasn't. No, he came
Biggie
out.
wasn't on
No.
Above the Rim. That was Tupac.
Yeah, So Much Pain. Now I did like So Much Pain. I ain't gonna front. I like that. So you know what? But hey, Coyote, I ain't trying to put you on the spot though. You know, Coyote used to rap. Y'all know that Coyote used to rap. You know what I mean?
You know what? I was gonna bust one out for you, right?
Oh, you gonna give me 16?
The only reason why I'm not gonna give you 16 now, because I just remember it's gonna be the horses 16 in the earth. we gonna come back to that when I get this out my throat.
All right, So who's your best in the 90s?
What, the MCs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I throw Nas in there. Nas started disappointing me after like.
Nas is nice.
No, Nas is beyond nice. He's
beyond nice.
Yeah, he's something else.
There was so many. It's so 90s. The 90s is rough. You gotta put your hand on your head for the 90s because there's some people you gonna forget.
Yeah. But the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this though. What was the best era for us hip hop went?
90s.
I say 90s.
90s, without a doubt, hands down. What you say?
Oh, I might say the early 2000s, man. When you had
Nah.
I mean,
They crashed.
no, because you had Cannabis. You had Cam. It just came out then. Jada Kiss and all. They had
But check this out. Some of them was dope, right? But when you compare them to the 90s, like we can even know the 80s wasn't like the 90s. The 2000s ain't like the 90s. I think because in the 90s what had happened is that the MCs, it was like going to a basketball game and somebody had to, who was going to throw more shots in the hoop. So the 90s wasn't a situation of that's the difference between the 90s and 2000. 2000 was about making a good song. The 90s was about who's the best, right? So that's where it is, you know.
I think in the 2000s, it got more gutter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it got more gutter.
Where, instead of excelling, saying, you know, I'm more lyrical or I'm more intelligent.
Yeah.
Now I'm saying stuff
I'm more
like,
gangster.
You had
your
groups
family,
like
nick your brother,
No,
eat
that's
your
not
mother.
true.
But you have, but the groups you talking about is small, like compared to the number of groups that was talking that murder.
Okay.
Nah, everybody in there was talking about
Who
that.
you talking about? What you talking about? In the 2000s or the 90s?
Early 2000s.
No, because the Roots, they were still around. Outkast was around.
Yeah, but they not the headline.
Okay.
I'm talking about the ones that the majority of people was listening to. Like I said, Cannabis, DMX, Cam, and all them, because they had the mixtapes. It would be Cam versus DMX, DMX versus Cannabis, and everybody wanted to say the illest shit that they could say.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say this because I know we even come to an end. If you can go on a desert island and you could take a mixtape or album, but you got to take one, which one would you take?
It wouldn't be a hip hop album. It would be Earl Klugh and James.
Anyway, Coyote Man, we talking about hip hop.
I can't listen to the same thing forever.
Coyote.
Well, if I was, tell me why am I on this island? No, I mean I got reasons why I asked this question because now I'm thinking because like
you writing Revelation,
but I can get off this island.
Nah, you John the Baptist on Patmos. You writing Revelation.
Nah, if I can't get on this, I'm gonna have to some bust. I got something
if
crazy.
In one place,
I gotta build me a raft or something.
Yeah, but if you was in one place, if you was in one place that you just could take one CD, like you know what I'm saying, that was it.
Damn, yo, that's depressing.
I know.
Right? That's the reason why I said I would take a jazz joint because I could make up new songs to them beats.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or I would take the minstrel show instrumental.
Okay.
The instrumental.
You talking from Little Brothers, right?
The minstrel show instrumental.
Okay.
No lyrics.
Yo, Little Brothers is dope too. I love them for the record though.
I wasn't too much of Little Brother. I love the beats though.
I need Al Capone.
Okay, all right. So the greatest '90s group.
Greatest '90s group. I would say a Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest. De La Soul was that Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, I mean Tribe Called Quest.
Tribe Called Quest.
De La is my De La. They gonna be really like over your head if you not that intelligent. You ain't gonna know what the fuck De La Soul talking about. You know what I mean? I listen to Break It Dawn with the lyrics on there, and I still be like, what in the world are they talking about?
Well, what about Boot Camp Click?
Yeah, I liked the first album. I liked Helter Skelter.
Okay.
Fab Five was cool at first. You know what I'm saying? They, as you know how groups as they keep on progressing, they kind of get corny. Like Wu-Tang just had, the tentacles just went out with Killer Bees and the Grave Diggers. And
Yeah. But do you think that Wu-Tang got inspired by Boot Camp? Because I think they did because they had a lot of similar ways though a little bit. And if they had a verses, I would like to see that. Even though that
I think Wu-Tang, because it was so many of them, I think they was inspired by hip hop. Period.
Yeah, but there was a lot of different styles to it. They really did have a lot of different styles. And Old Dirty was one of my favorites. I forgot to bring that up last week. Old Dirty.
Yeah, Old Dirty was definitely a unique person. He was a unique person. His album.
That first album, I had to listen to it a couple of times.
It was like,
and then I was like, this was it goes to truth be told. You never heard another album like that. Nobody else in the hip hop world, it was never another album like that. So yeah.
Dirty bastard.
Yeah. And we forgot a group too. We forgot, Ghetto Boys, MOP. And,
Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, and Brand Nubians.
What is all times?
Yeah.
I give Brand Nubian, but not no Ghetto Boys.
Not the Ghetto Boys?
It was one song. It was a song that they made that I know you can't forget.
What, Mind Playing Tricks on You?
It was
that first album was dope.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like,
your taste in music was always...
I like Scarface, The Diary.
Okay.
But the Ghetto Boys, I think I was more centered towards music that came out of New York.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I did give the West Coast a chance because, like I said, not in my top 5, but in my top 10, DOC one of them. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, yeah, okay. But he wasn't in a group; he was by himself.
Well, I meant MCs.
Okay, yeah.
But all right. We hear the music playing, and we know what that means. So, you know what I mean? You got anything to wrap up with?
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Yeah, for the kids. Oh, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get on out of here. This City Talk. We will see y'all next week at the same time. City Talk. Peace.
City Talk.
She said.